What's up guys, Skittlerampage here. So today we have my San Diego Comic-Con 2021 Funko Pop prediction list. So let's check it out. Alright guys, so today we have my Sdcc 2021 prediction list. So this took me about 2-3 hours to put together. And what I based this off of was a bunch of the lists that were already out of rumored pops from the last year. Like some from last year and some from earlier in the year that could potentially be coming to the con. So I just took them from that list essentially. And then there's already rumored pops that I kind of took some from that list as well for San Diego Comic-Con that's been floating around. I talked about that in yesterday's video. But, you know, I also added a couple just personally that I think, hey, these might be coming, which would be really fun. So, the first thing that I do want to go over is anime. So the first thing on our list, guys, is Itachi with Crow. So this one is supposed to be an exclusive of some sort, and I figured why not exclusive to Comic-Con way later on? We could see an Itachi for Sdcc, which would be neat. This one could also be coming for NYCC, we really don't know, or it could just be a random Hot Topic exclusive, who knows. But Itachi with Crow, that's going to be really awesome. So basically reanimated holding a crow, which would be neat. Then also on this list, guys, we do have Kakashi 6-inch Perfect Susanoo. This would just be an awesome Comic-Con pop, just all around. Another Susanoo pop would be neat. That would mean, though, we'd still need Sasuke's and Itachi's and Madara's. I don't even know why Funko hasn't made just Susanoos all day, because we buy them all day. I think those are really awesome, and I'm curious to see how this one turns out either way if it doesn't end up at the con. But another Kakashi pop would be really nice. I'm curious to see how it would just kind of turn out for Comic-Con. I also really want to see the Comic-Con sticker this year, which is going to be neat. And then the last one for Naruto, guys, that I'm guessing is Asuma. So this one, I'm just kind of, I don't know. This one was just kind of one I threw on here. I was like, it's supposed to be an exclusive of some sort as well. And I'm like, hey, you know, we saw some images floating around of some concept art. We didn't see Asuma on there. So I'm thinking maybe he could be a Comic-Con exclusive. That's my best guess there. But yes, I did pick 3 for Naruto. It was kind of hard to narrow down, but I think it's fun, you know, for Naruto, the list that I do have. But comment down below your list for Naruto. Next up, guys, on our list, we do have My Hero Academia. So the one for My Hero Academia that's been rumored going around is Gang Orca. Now, this one isn't hard confirmed, but it's shown up on a couple lists now. I saw some people kind of denying its authenticity. So I guess we'll really see at the end of the day. But this is the one that's been talked about the most. As well as, guys, as I saw Infinite Deku, and this is not Infinite Deku with Eri, it's just Infinite Deku. I saw Infinite Deku with Eri on a list for pre-order on a site, so I'm just kind of thinking he wasn't listed there as a common anywhere that I've seen, so maybe he's just... Actually, I think he was supposed to be some sort of exclusive as well. So it makes sense if he ends up at Comic-Con, and that'd be an awesome Comic-Con exclusive. Very popular, just like the Bakugo Sdcc one, so if that comes, trust me, everybody's going to want it. I'm still iffy on MHA right now, but I absolutely love that moment. Even on this channel here, I do have a reaction of the fight, which was really awesome, and I might have to own that pop because it's really cool. Then we also do have Overhaul, fused with Shen. And the reason I say this one also, it's kind of like Infinite Deku, wasn't listed anywhere as a common, and I think that might be really, really cool to see him as an exclusive. That'd be an insane exclusive. The detail they could put in that would be absolutely amazing. And it's a really, really cool... it would just be a really cool looking pop all day, is my personal opinion. And then the last one that we do have is Sleeping Bag Aizawa. I didn't see this one listed anywhere as an exclusive either. I could be getting these confused because I was looking at my own list as well that I had compared to some other lists. So at the end of the day, guys, regardless of common or exclusive, Funko could always change it last minute. They really do. They do it all the time. Kind of like Kefla with Emerald City Comic Con. They changed her last minute to a GameStop exclusive, and then they showed her on her stream, or on their stream, with the Emerald City Comic Con sticker. So, you know, that's just one they kind of changed last minute, and they've done this many times before. They did it with Sdcc Vegeta. They changed his sticker last minute as well. So anything can really happen. But those are my picks for My Hero Academia. Comment down below your picks. Moving on in the anime category, we do have Sword Art Online, and we do have Sinon from Gun Gale Online. So the reason I say Sinon is, one, she was rumored to be coming for the last year and a half, okay? And then just all of a sudden in the new wave, they ended up doing 2 Kiritos, 2 Asunas, and a Leafa. We saw no Sinon. I don't know what happened to her on the list. She popped up on tons of lists, vendor lists, and things like that, and then she just kind of randomly was taken out. Now, I'm kind of thinking this is like a situation with Zoro. In a second, we'll talk about him, is that, hey, I don't know if it was canceled last minute or if they wanted to save it for Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con, we'll see. But I don't think a popular character like that is just going to be taken out like that. Unless there was some licensing issues or they didn't like the art or how the pop came out last minute. Who knows? But at the end of the day, Sinon's a very, very popular character that everybody wants to see. Compared to Leafa as well, I'd say Sinon is more popular than Leafa. That's my personal opinion anyways. And I would love to buy her for part of my Sword Art Online set. Plus, it kind of would make sense because I believe the Sword Art Online Kirito FYE exclusive is slated for August release, and most of those are slated for August, September, to my knowledge at least, depending on where you pre-order really. So Sinon coming like a little early and then those releasing after the next month kind of makes sense with the timeline, so I guess we'll see. And the last one that we have for One Piece, guys, is Zoro. And the reason I say Zoro is similar to Sinon is, one, they were just kind of taken out of the just waves, just randomly. Funko released the glams and hey, they're gone. Funko actually updated the glams with Zoro and just kind of took him out and said nothing about it. Personally, I don't agree with that. I feel like you should let your fan base know if something's going on. You can give us some kind of update. Say, hey, Zoro's still coming, but we have to do something to it. Or, hey, Zoro is not delayed. Something, you know, give us something. Don't just take it out and then act like he never happened, because there's glams all over the internet and people are still offering pre-orders for it to this day. So for Zoro, I feel like he does have a strong chance of being some kind of con exclusive, like I said, whether it's Sdcc or NYCC, just because, hey, a popular character again, especially Zoro from One Piece. They cannot not make that pop and then not just make it, you know, turn around. I will be very excited if it turns out to be a con exclusive. It's going to be harder to get, but I think it's cool that it'll be coming either way. And the last thing for anime, guys, we do have is Pokemon here. So Pokemon, I feel like lately, after all the cons, whether it's big or small, they do some kind of Pokemon variation, especially having all the newest wave just with Charmander, Silver Metallic, Charizard, Horsey, and the Pikachu one. I really do feel like we might get a Flocked Mew or Diamond Collection Mew for this coming con, and then NYCC is a whole different story because they could do just any of the other pops. But I'm pretty sure there is no Flocked Mew pop. I was looking through the Funko app. Unless I missed it, I saw Flocked Mewtwo, but I did not see Flocked Mew yet. And this is the perfect opportunity for them to do it, and I really, really, really anticipate it. So comment down below, what do you guys think for Pokemon? That's really the only one I could think. Obviously, there's some other Pokemon. They could do it to Meowth. They could do it to really any of them, but Mew, I feel like, is the most popular out of all the, you know, most recent waves, other than Charizard, obviously. So I really expect Mew to get the flocked treatment. Moving on from anime, guys, we do have Space Jam here. So Space Jam, I did pick two characters that could possibly get the pop treatment for San Diego Comic-Con, and we do have Yosemite Sam and Foghorn Leghorn the chicken. So the reason I said this is just because we got like 13 to 15 pops. I don't remember the exact number. You can see on the Funko app yourself, but we got a significant amount of characters in this new Space Jam Legacy wave. And Yosemite Sam and Foghorn Leghorn are listed as characters that are going to be in the movie in the actual cast list on Google. So, you know, maybe we might see some more Space Jam, because that is a pretty big line for Funko, especially with how big the movie is, because it's, you know, a sequel to the original movie. That, hey, we might see some more characters or variations. We could see some, you know, Diamond Collection or glow-in-the-dark variants. We'll never know until con comes around, but I think that'll be really fun to see some other characters. I don't know if we have Yosemite Sam in pop form yet, to my knowledge, but that'd be really cool, as well as Foghorn Leghorn. Next up, guys, we do have Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, and we do have Wilt, so the tall red guy, essentially, for anybody wondering if you don't know who Wilt is in the show. So essentially, the reason I say Wilt is because he's listed as an exclusive on just multiple different lists that have been going around. So it's not hard to believe that this one solo Foster's Home for Imaginary Friend pop as an exclusive that's floating around, they're not just going to randomly release it. I really think it's just going to be a con exclusive. Well, you know, they do random releases, but I feel like it's too close to con time, and this is popping up. With the recent wave just releasing, why not release it in that wave, you know, instead of just giving us the one Eduardo exclusive? I think Wilt might have a high possibility of being a Comic-Con exclusive. That's just my personal opinion, but comment down below, what do you guys think? Moving on to Disney, guys. So Disney was a little tough just because I'm not a huge Disney or Star Wars fan, so when we move on to Star Wars, guys, I really don't have much, unfortunately. I'm just not big fans of those, so I don't follow it too much. There is an Ariel Princess one potentially coming for San Diego Comic-Con. But other than that, the only other one I can think is Carl and Ellie Balloon Cart, and this one's supposed to be an exclusive. I think there were rumors of it being shared to Box Lunch. Don't hold me to that, but most of them had been shared to Box Lunch. So But Carl and Ellie and Balloon Car, a pop exclusive, is supposed to be coming of this. And within the recent cons, we did get the last 2 cons at least for San Diego Comic-Con and New York Comic-Con. We got Carl and Ellie up moments. So it's not hard to believe, hey, we might get this balloon cart moment as well for Comic-Con. And this could end up at New York Comic-Con. We never know. But I think it's a cool possibility to see at Sdcc. And I'll be really excited about it. This is a very cute moment in the movie. And I think it'll be a hot seller for sure, like all the rest. Moving on to Star Wars, guys, we do have one, and this one's been floating around, so I figured I'd share it. We have General Grievous here, and I'm saying him with 4 lightsabers. So we do have an original Walgreens exclusive where he's holding 2 lightsabers. This one would just be a variation of him with 4 lightsabers. Obviously, people would go nuts. 1, it's an affordable General Grievous, and 2, it's a really cool mold as well, if it potentially does come. So it's supposed to be coming either way, like I said, rumored. But it'd be cool to see it as a Comic-Con exclusive. But we'll see. So moving on, guys, we do have boxing. So there's 2 for boxing that's been floating around. And this is more so just kind of the part of the sports category. I do think maybe Mike Tyson might be a con exclusive. We've seen some rumors of him potentially coming, as well, guys, as Manny Pacquiao. Somebody said they said that I said that last name wrong. I'm sorry if I do. I'm not great with pronunciation sometimes, but doing my best here. Anyways, those 2 characters, I think maybe one or the other might end up at San Diego Comic-Con, just part of the sports category. That'd be really cool to see. I think Mike Tyson will sell very, very well, especially Manny as well. Very, very popular boxers. That'd be really awesome. But comment down below for any boxers that you might like to see at San Diego Comic-Con. Moving on, guys, we do have DC Universe. I'm very excited about DC Universe because there's some potential things coming that are really exciting, and some things that I kind of like just said, hey, maybe they might. So the first one we do have is Atrocitus. So I saw somebody comment, they're like, I really hope it's the Green Lantern version, or the Lantern version, Red Lantern, which would be really neat. No idea, but I think an Atrocitus pop would be cool either way. If he's normal or Lantern version, be really neat. I remember him from the Injustice games, and he was a cool character to use. So it'd be just cool to see kind of how his pop turns out. And they have to make that one glow in the dark. They just absolutely have to. Moving on, guys, we do have Dr. Fate. So this one and another one were actually rumored on a list. Dr. Fate, I don't think we have one yet. I think I remember a lot of people telling me, hey, we don't have one yet, and that'd be really awesome to see. This would be the perfect time to see Dr. Fate, which would be really awesome. He's a very cool character from what I've seen in some comics that I, just kind of listen to on YouTube. And then we also do have Imperial Palace Deathstroke. So the reason I say this one, just because there is there's a proto floating around of it already. In that line, and that Imperial Palace line is very popular right now, especially over in China with all the con exclusives over there. So it's not hard to believe that we're going to get our own US-based exclusive. That'll be a little hard. So it's just kind of like, now we have an exclusive that they need, so maybe we can make some trades, We'll see. Anyways, moving on, guys, we do have Two-Face. So Two-Face from Batman the Animated Series is supposed to be coming, and this one's just kind of like obscure a little bit, I feel like, just because they haven't really introduced any to that line in a while. So just Two-Face randomly coming, I think it's a good chance to see him at Comic-Con. And they already have done an Sdcc one, and they did Man-Bat for San Diego Comic-Con a couple years ago. I think it was 2017. So not hard to believe that we could see another con exclusive for this line, which would be really neat. And then the last one for DC, guys, we do have Batman DC cover. So this is part of like their first appearances, and they did this for Superman, so it'd be kind of cool to see them carry over this comic book cover style into a Comic-Con, which would be neat. And I chose Batman just because Batman's already rumored to be coming. It makes sense because Superman's already out there, so why wouldn't they make Batman? He's the next best popular thing. But yeah, I think a Batman DC cover would be neat for Comic-Con, so we'll see. Moving on to Marvel, guys, we do have a few for Marvel. So I chose 2 for Blacklight. We do have a rumored Blacklight Venom coming, and this is an Eddie Brock / Venom T-Bone at Target. So we have a Carnage one already, Funko Shop exclusive. So why wouldn't we maybe see something Blacklight for maybe Venom, or anything Venom, really? I'm just kind of throwing Venom as a category out there because we have the new movie coming out later on this year. So they could do some more Venom pops. That'd be really cool. I might have to jump on those because I do collect Spider-Man. And then we also do have Captain Marvel, which is rumored to already be coming as a Blacklight pop. So, Captain Marvel already, I think it was last year. It was the dark Captain Marvel. So maybe we'll see another Captain Marvel. Maybe they could reuse some mold and turn it into a Blacklight exclusive. I think it'd be very popular. Moving on, guys, we do have Falcon from Falcon and Winter Soldier, and this is Falcon, aka Captain America, and this is wings fully extended. I looked at all the pops, and we don't have a wings fully extended pop all the way, and I think how they'd make this one is similar to the Baby Yoda, the child pop, where it's a little bit of a longer box with his ears being, you know, not elongated, but just longer on the sides, and I think that's basically how they'd kind of make that pop, and I think it'd be cool to see. It'd be kind of annoying to put in the set just because it's different. It's a different box. You have to put it this way to make it match. But still cool to see, you know, Captain America, aka Sam Wilson, with the full extended wings. And then the last one that we have is Loki. Obviously, Loki's very popular right now, guys. And what I say for Loki is Miss Minutes. Just because there's supposed to be a Miss Minute pop and Buddy pop coming soon. So maybe we could see Loki and Miss Minutes. As, you know, in the same box, kind of like Emily and Clifford in that same style box, or John Wick with Dog, just giving you guys some examples. Or maybe a Miss Minute solo pop, but I know they can't not make such a funny character in the show, and such an obscure character like that they will make in pop, or they might make another Loki into a con exclusive. We will see. There's so many different possibilities. I want to throw this out there, but this is also a spoiler. We could see the variant Loki in the show. That's all I'll say. That's not a spoiler. You guys, for those watching the show currently, you know exactly what I'm talking about in episode 2. We could maybe see that as a pop. Or that could be a common. We'll see. But for Marvel, guys, that's my best guesses. I'd love to hear yours. Moving on, guys, we do have Godzilla vs. Kong. So for Godzilla vs. Kong, they've made so many pops of this already, like 14 or whatever, and a ton of exclusives. So I really couldn't pick in terms of what they might make. I think it's just going to be some Kong or Godzilla variation that we could see for Comic-Con. Maybe a exclusive or glow-in-the-dark exclusive of a pop we already currently have. Who knows? We will see. If they do maybe a moment of Godzilla vs. Kong, I think that'd be really cool. I don't see that happening at all, but it'd be really neat. But I'm just kind of guessing something Godzilla vs. Kong at Comic-Con this year. And the last actual section that we have in this video, guys, we do have pop game covers. So this is essentially like, recently they did Halo, they did Master Chief as a pop game cover, they did The Witcher, they did Sonic. So a few of the choices that I have here: one, The Last of Us. First of all, Last of Us is super popular. They already have the license and they already have Joel, Ellie, and the clicker. So we could see Ellie or Joel with the pop game cover behind. I think Joel would probably be, well, I think Joel would be the more, no, because they're both beloved characters equally, I feel like. So I don't really know, actually. It could be Joel or Ellie. I don't see them doing the clicker. I feel like the clicker is just not as popular as the other two characters, but yes, I think Last of Us has a good chance of, you know, popping up there, maybe, or in the future at all. We also have Gears of War. I really don't know if Funko has this license anymore, to be honest, just because I know that game just kind of got taken off the app. Maybe it just wasn't too popular. That's my best guess, but I don't think I've seen anything Gears of War in a while, other than that recent GameStop exclusive box that they had. But other than that, I don't know, I don't remember. But I figured I'd just kind of throw it in there as like one of those random guesses. Then we also do have Spyro. If they did Sonic, I have a strong chance that they're going to do Spyro in the future as a pop game cover, as well as Pac-Man. They haven't really made anything Pac-Man in the recent years. I think the last Pac-Man pop was from 2016. To my knowledge, at least, they haven't made anything Pac-Man. I don't think so. If I'm wrong, please correct me down below. And then the last actual one we have, guys, is Cuphead. So Cuphead, they made a ton of pops for, and it was very, very popular. So not hard to believe that we could see a pop game cover of Cuphead in the future, which would be really cool, especially for Comic-Con. And I think we do have, well, E3 is kind of not like a Comic-Con, but it's like E3, but we do have a few exclusives from E3. So, you know, we could see some con exclusives of Cuphead. Alright guys, sorry if this video was a little loud because it has been constantly raining here in Florida. Florida is going through its weather emotions. As of recent, it is coming up on hurricane season in a couple months. But anyways, guys, that was my kind of list for San Diego Comic-Con of 2021. I could have thrown in so many more, but I didn't want to make the video crazy, crazy long. I do have other few kind of obscure, you know, out there thoughts, but I guess we'll see come around Comic-Con time. In terms of when the actual con is, it's the 23rd of July through the 25th, for anybody wondering who still doesn't know that information. Also, simple Google search. But Yeah, guys, I'm very excited for this con. There's so many different possibilities of what we could see. I'm very excited to spend some money. Also not very excited to spend some money, but it's going to be crazy. I really think the only thing that'll get Bailey is Disney. That'll be it. If there's something Disney, I mean, I guess if they do Sword Art Online, she'll definitely have to pick that one up, or Naruto. So there's a couple categories, but I don't think Bailey will have it as bad as me, just because I collect all kinds of different things. She does too, but she kind of leans into certain collections at certain times. That's just the kind of collector she is. She's been on a Disney spree lately, like crazy. Anyways, guys, I would love to know your San Diego Comic-Con 2021 picks for this year, what you might think. If this is based off the recent list, if you agree with that list, in yesterday's video I talked about, you guys can go check out that video. Or I just kind of want to hear also your own picks of what you guys personally think. Not anything rumored, just something you would like to see also at the con. And you guys, I mean, you guys can comment down below. You guys can do a video on Instagram and tag me in it. Whatever. I'd just love to hear your thoughts on Comic-Con this year. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I want to say a huge shout out to my Patreon supporters. Thank you so much for supporting me and supporting the channel and everything that I want to do with this and in the future. So again, huge shout out to you guys. I love you guys for it. If you guys want to check out the Patreon, the link is always down below. I also want to tell you guys, make sure to check out the Facebook group. The link is down below. It's buy, sell, and trade, and you can make a ton of friends in there. And lastly, be following my social medias, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, all at Skittlerampage. All right, I love you guys. See you guys in the next one. See you guys later. Bye.